Megyn Kelly has weighed in on Meghan Markle's failed plan.
She's absolutely ruthless.
But today felt like the perfect day to address a theory that many people out there have been speculating on, that Meghan Markle has lied about her age. Is she actually older?
We've got to talk about Meghan Markle.
I remember when she was born, big new addition to the family, and we just have a very young sister here.
And not a surprise here because, yeah, she lies a lot about her stuff. We've caught her in so many lies. Her own sister has come forward, her family, everybody is exposing the lies that she's been telling.
There's nothing original here.
I hope you're having the best birthday you've ever had. Thank you for everything.
Which is really such a fake when she was younger.
Hi, Maddie.
Congratulations. I got an English award.
100% a bully brat.
And it only makes sense that she might lie about this. Would it be such a big deal? Is it true? Well, thankfully, Steph the Alternate has compiled a slideshow. Let's actually get to the truth of this issue, and it's a surprise.
We need to talk about Meghan Markle. And no, this time it's not about her Netflix disasters, not about those jam jars, and not even the shady whispers floating out of Buckingham Palace. No, today's tea is hotter, juicier, and far more permanent. Her age. Because Megyn Kelly didn't just toss a casual opinion out there about Meghan's brand. She dropped a bomb. One savage line that sent shockwaves across the internet. Kelly looked straight into the camera and asked the question nobody thought anyone would dare. Is Meghan Markle even telling the truth about how old she really is? Boom. That wasn't a birthday wish. It was a birthday bombshell.
She thinks if we just know her, again, like we're gonna like her. Okay, show me the friends who know you, who have stuck by you. Who's still in your life? There's not even a family member. They're all gone. Everyone who knew you either fled from you or they were dumped by you.
I would have loved to have had siblings, so I'm so excited to be pregnant, said Archie.
Now think about it. Meghan has built her empire on authenticity. Her whole image screams truth teller, the brave Duchess fighting against the cold palace machine. But what happens when people start to believe her own birth year looks photoshopped? That's not gossip anymore. That's scandal. And the internet? Oh, the internet devoured it like free popcorn on opening night. Suddenly, it wasn't just about whether she was 44, 46, or even 50. No, it became a firestorm about how one salsa club photo, one suspicious birth certificate, and whispers of a palace cover-up could turn Meghan from the Duchess of Sussex into the Duchess of Deception.
Yeah, she had a very clear idea of where she wanted her path to take her.
For the longest time, she wanted to be a dancer.
I just made a little mark on my board and said, oh, there's another.
So let's rewind the clock. Early 2000s, Northwestern University. A group of students hit up a salsa club, posing for a fun photo, peace signs, laughter, that nostalgic college vibe. But when that innocent photo resurfaced in 2025, something didn't add up. Most of those smiling faces, born in the early 70s. Today, they're in their early 50s. But right there, blending into the background, was none other than Meghan Markle. Official records say she was born in 1981. That should have made her noticeably younger, except, plot twist, she fit right in with the 50-somethings. And fans didn't call it a coincidence. They called it evidence.
Meghan Markle has nothing.
Someday Meghan's going to realize that she's obviously missing out.
I think when I was 30, if I thought about 50, I thought that is an awful long way away. And I don't really need to think about it. And then I blinked and I'm 50. That's crazy.
Why are we still here? Just to stop.
Evidence of what? A fudge timeline, a missing chapter, a birth year that just doesn't click. And once people smelled smoke, they went looking for fire. That one salsa photo, it became the Zapruder film of royal gossip. Classmate testimonies didn't line up. Alumni records mysteriously shifted like Harry dodging awkward questions. Meghan's entire biography started looking less like a simple timeline and more like a Hollywood screenplay rewrite.
Well, that's her first wedding in Jamaica. That's one of my favorite pictures. I'd like to have that experience with my granddaughter.
Very obvious. You're so dumb. We're not all as dumb as you think we are.
But is this true? There is a rumor she's actually older, so let's examine what's out there. This is a copy of 17 magazine, and it was published in March of 1997. In it, it mentions our Megzy is from Los Angeles and that she was 21 years old at the time of publication.
Now, here's where things get royally messy. Hollywood casting directors, they don't care if you shave off a few years, but Buckingham Palace, oh, they care. Because when Meghan waltzed into the monarchy, palace staff reportedly noticed something was off. The royals run on paperwork. Birth certificates, marriage licenses, genealogical records, they're supposed to be airtight for centuries. So when Meghan's documents started shifting, alarms went off behind palace walls.
I believe she had a clear motive for writing family off because it would seemingly justify and perhaps delay the revelation of all of the lies that she had told the royal family.
That would make her birth year at around 1976. However, why is it saying here she was born 5 years later in 1981? Is she 42 years old or is she closer to 47 years old?
It was planned from...
Take Archie's birth certificate as an example. At first, it looked perfectly normal, listed as Rachel Meghan Markle. Standard, straightforward. But then, weeks later, poof, the names vanished and were replaced with Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex. Excuse me? Birth certificates aren't Instagram bios. You don't edit them for aesthetic vibes. Critics pounce like hawks. If she could tweak her own child's birth record, what else was she willing to adjust? Her year of birth, her college graduation dates, maybe even her Hollywood resume? And just like that, Meghan's fairy tale stopped looking like Cinderella and started looking like a cover-up. The internet, oh, it ran wild. TikTok lit up with edits showing her 1981 birth year spliced against that salsa photo with captions mocking, "Math is hard, isn't it?" Memes exploded comparing her to Benjamin Button, claiming she was aging backwards faster than Hollywood CGI. The jokes were brutal and the narrative was slipping out of her control. Reddit wasn't far behind. Threads exploded with comparisons between Meghan and actresses who shave a few years off to get better roles. But here's the kicker. Meghan didn't just snag a role, she snagged a royal title. The irony, too delicious for the internet to ignore. Fans who once defended her, who called her a victim, now felt betrayed. One viral comment summed it all up. "We thought she was the victim. Turns out she's been the director of the whole play, ouch." And when the internet flips from laughing with you to laughing at you, that's when reputations start to implode. The monarchy runs on legitimacy, bloodlines, history books, traditions that stretch across centuries. When your entire brand is built on authenticity and heritage, fudging your birth year isn't just a fib, it's a constitutional level scandal. And let's not forget, Meghan built her entire image on authenticity. She was supposed to be the modern Duchess, the truth teller who stood against the stuffy palace system, but those receipts? Oh, they tell a completely different story. Multiple birth years floating around, 1975, 1979, 1981. Photos mysteriously missing. Alumni records clashing with each other. A PR team dropping just the right images at just the right moments. Instead of authenticity, it looked like editing. Instead of transparency, it screamed control. And when you're trying to sell yourself as the people's Duchess, that's a fatal vibe shift. Then came the lawsuits. Meghan's own half-sister, Samantha Markle, dragged her into court for defamation. Suddenly, lawyers were tearing through old records like they were auditioning for CSI Royal Edition. And the whispers about Meghan's age? They weren't whispers anymore. They were starting to sound like courtroom echoes. Journalists piled in. Piers Morgan, of course, couldn't resist gloating from every platform he had. Tabloids went into a feeding frenzy. Even outlets that once tried to remain neutral slipped in sly one-liners like, "Confusion continues to surround the Duchess's timeline." Translation, they're not buying the official story either. And Meghan's PR team, they were scrambling. Insiders claimed they were glued to alumni forums, flagging any suspicious threads that tied Meghan's name to questionable dates. But the harder they tried to bury the chatter, the louder it got. Classic Streisand effect. One critic nailed it perfectly. This isn't palace bullying. This is Meghan being sloppy with her own receipts. And when gossip morphs into a case study, you know the brand is breaking. Here's the nightmare scenario. What if Meghan didn't just shave off a couple of years for vanity? What if she actually fooled the monarchy? Think about it. Hollywood lies about age daily. It's practically currency. But the Windsors? They've already survived Diana's heartbreak, Andrew's scandals, and Harry's Netflix confessions. The last thing they need is a Duchess accused of rewriting her own biography. Her brand was supposed to be polished, powerful, relatable, but when even one detail starts cracking, like your birthday, the whole empire shakes. Overnight, Meghan went from being the Duchess who told her truth to the Duchess who couldn't even keep her birth certificate straight. And the cultural irony? Oh, it cuts like a knife. Meghan always claimed she was breaking barriers, rewriting the rulebook, smashing ageism. She wanted to be the Duchess who challenged tradition, the woman who stood against the system. But if she really lied about her age, she didn't shatter the system at all. She bent right to it. Instead of flipping royal conventions on their head, she became just another actress editing her life story to fit the role. History, of course, loves irony. Meghan wanted to be remembered as the barrier breaker Duchess. Instead, she risked being remembered as the Duchess who couldn't even keep her own birthday straight. So, the million-dollar question, is Meghan really 44? Or has she been playing the biggest role of her life as the Duchess of Deception?